One of the most common pieces of advice to improve your sex life, especially if you are in a long-term relationship, is to schedule sex. For most people, that brings up all kinds of ideas and discomfort, and there is a lot of resistance to it. And today I'm going to share with you why I think that scheduling sex is a brilliant plan to make sure that you are having more sex, the kind of sex you want to have, you're having intimacy and connection with your partnership, and all of the good things that it can bring. And I'm going to address the most common objections that I have seen from my clients to scheduling sex and how to do it right in a way that feels good, in a way that gets you what you want, that doesn't feel like it's adding pressure or chores or more congestion onto your already busy schedule. Hi, I'm Caitlin B, sex and relationship coach. Take a minute to check and make sure that you are subscribed to this channel if you want to have the best sex of your life, whether you're single or recently partnered or in a long-term relationship. There is something here for everyone, every style of intimacy, every kind of relationship. We are here to help you to improve this very important part of your life, which is the reason that scheduling it makes a lot of sense. Anything that is important to you deserves time on your calendar, whether that is your hobbies, seeing your friends, your physical activity, like preparing food that you can nourish your body. We all know that these things require time. And when we kick them off of our schedule because we're not prioritizing them, we see the results, whether that is like losing strength and muscle, not having close interconnected relationships that are platonic in nature, like with our friends and relatives. Like we see the consequences of not prioritizing the things that are important to us. We don't get the benefits of them. And sex is one of those things. One of the reasons that this is such common advice is that many people find that between life responsibilities, their kids, the way that they want to show up in the world, sex is very easy to sort of put on the back burner. Sex is an easy thing to deprioritize and to say like, well, I'm not really gonna die without it. I'm not gonna not be able to pay my bills if I don't have sex. No one's gonna get hurt in the same way that if I don't pick up my kids from preschool. So sex can go, right? But I think that is a mistake. Obviously, it is true that it's not life or death that you schedule sex with your partner, but it may be the life or death of your marriage or of your relationship if you don't find space for intimacy. And this is the number one thing that people get wrong when they go to schedule sex. They schedule penetration. What happens is between 2 and 4 on Saturday, it's time to penetrate my wife or be penetrated by my husband. And of course, for some people that's going to be appealing, but for most of us, that feels like pressure. I mean, even for me, that would feel like a lot of pressure. That would feel like expectation that maybe I'm not going to be in the mood on Saturday. Maybe something stressful is going to happen. Maybe I didn't get a lot of sleep. Maybe we partied the night before and we're kind of hungover. And now we have to do another thing. It can kind of make sex feel like a chore. So my recommendation to you is instead of scheduling sex, schedule intimacy. Schedule intimate time together. And that can look like a lot of things. I highly recommend that it involve complete and total privacy, knowing that you're not going to be interrupted, that is sacred time, and that involves some kind of physical touch that is pleasurable and beneficial for both of you. So that might look like massaging each other. That might even look like having deep connected conversation, sharing gratitudes. What do I appreciate about you? What do you want to be acknowledged for this week? Why I love you, why you're so meaningful to me. That is intimate in itself. It could look like making out. I think a lot of couples forget how vital making out was, really deep kissing. Played a big role in your relationship when you first met, but when's the last time that you had a really good makeout with your spouse or your long-term partner? These things are the things that create connection and groundedness and safety inside of our relationship. And those are the things that lead to sex. It's not sex being on the calendar that leads to sex. It's not even a desire for sex that leads to sex. Plenty of people desire sex, both parts of a couple, and they're still not making time for it. It is intimacy. It is safety. It is the energetic connection between you and your spouse. Sex is something that happens naturally in your body. My job here as a coach is really mostly to help you get things out of your way that are preventing you from enjoying a great sex life. It's something that your body's evolved to do when you create an environment where it can do it in. And so what we are really doing when we are scheduling intimacy is we are creating an environment in which sex is more likely to happen. And we're taking the pressure off of penetration. We're taking the pressure off of orgasm and ejaculation. And what we're saying is, let's create an intimate environment that is special to us and celebrates our bond, both emotional and mental and physical. And then if sex and penetration are going to happen, they're more likely to happen under those conditions. So close the door, light some candles, get out the massage oil, try one of my massage courses if you're totally feeling like you don't have any place to start. I have courses on yoni massage, on lingam massage, on breast massage, and nipple orgasm, and on anal massage. You could just try one of those courses and then be like, hey, for 2 hours on Saturday, let's exchange massages with each other, or let me massage you. Let's do that every Saturday for 4 or 6 or 8 Saturdays in a row and just see what happens. Consider it an experiment, consider it a trial, consider it as a gift that you get to give yourself. Really consider that this is you prioritizing the thing that sets your relationship with your spouse or your girlfriend or your partner apart from every other relationship in your life. Consider that by scheduling intimacy, you are sending the message to yourself, to your lover, to the universe, that this is important to you. It's important enough for you to put aside the time and then commit to doing it. Don't let it fall to the wayside. Maintain your integrity. You said you were going to do it, so you're going to do it. Again, when you take the pressure off of it being penetration, it's a lot easier to do. It's a lot easier to succeed at like taking a shower and giving someone a shoulder rub than like having the best sex of your life every single weekend. And you know what? The shower and the shoulder rub may just lead to the best sex of your life. I'm Caitlin B. Thank you so much for joining me here and on Patreon, and I will see you here later this week. Bye.